Hello everyone, welcome to module number 3, Fundamental Principles of Human Geography. In this module, we study about the fundamental principles of human geography. We start this module with geographical concept and subsequently we focus on fundamental principles of human geography and their significance in human world. Geographers explore and understand the spaces and regions that make up our world by investigating, analyzing, interpreting their features and the processes that shape and alter them. In this connection, geographers and scholars use several themes and concepts. These are the important and huge ideas which are collectively exceptionally related to geographical studies. The principles are used in understanding discipline and are applied to topics of the study to create an exclusively geographical way of investigating and understanding the real world. After studying this module, students will be able to understand the geographical concept, comprehend principles of human geography, understand the thoughts of determinism and possibilism. In every discipline, the fundamental concepts are very significant parts because they provide separate uniqueness and stand as the cornerstone to it. They permit for the investigation of associations and connections between human beings and environments, both geographic and man-made. They have a spatial component and provide a framework that geographers use to interpret and explain subject matter about the real world. The growth of understanding of geographical concept allows learners to take part as critical, active, informed and responsive citizens. According to James, a concept may be defined as a mental image of a thing or an event. The meaning of concept is similar to that facts and percept. James defined percept as the direct observation of a thing or event made by an individual by his intelligence. Fact is a term which denotes to a single object, event or individual. Concepts, unlike percept and fact, epitomize those characteristics that are common to a group of experiences. The concepts denote something common to various objects, events or individuals. Every discipline of study comprises some fundamental principles that are significant part because they provide separate uniqueness and serve as the cornerstones of the subject. In this section, an attempt is made to explain about three basic principles of human geography. They are principle of terrestrial unity, principle of activity and principle of adaptation. This principle is also called principle of interrelationships or interconnections. This principle includes all terrestrial phenomena such as physical, biological and human. Those are connected to one another and form the distinct association of land and human beings on the surface of the earth. All the pioneers and thinkers of the modern geography had considered the principles of terrestrial unity the fundamental unifying concept of geography, including Humboldt, Ritter, Rudgell and Blaschet, etc. In fact, this principle is the cornerstone of human geography and the main premise behind in all geographical progress. Alexander von Humboldt believed the principle of terrestrial unity as the fundamental unifying idea of geography and endeavored to a variety of fields, but was always concerned with aerial associations of natural and organic phenomenon. He predicted and often described the landscape as a whole and considered that it was only throughout the interconnections of phenomenon that one could evaluate any one of them. The important point is that he not only identified a unique landscape, but also appreciated that they have general relationships and common genetic causes with similar areas in the other parts of the earth. Karl Ritter has considered the principle of interrelationships most common to the study of geography. Ritter asserted that the main theme of geography as the relation of the entire phenomenon and the nature's forms to the human race, examined and organized within the framework of the unique geographical associations of land and human on the surface of the earth. According to Ritter, the earth and its inhabitants stand in the closest mutual relations, and one element cannot be seen in all its phases without the others. From this point of view, history and geography must always go hand in hand. Friedrich Rogel also considered the principle of terrestrial unity, and his fundamental unifying concept is anthropogeography. According to Dickinson, concept of geography of Rogel implied two approaches. They are the measurement of the consistent interrelations of environment and man, and the measurement of the interrelations of human phenomenon over the earth that is aerially coincident. Lablache contributed to the idea of terrestrial unity, and to him the dominant idea in all geographical progress is that of terrestrial unity. He stated that the concept of terrestrial unity is the starting point in geographical work. Geography pursues a systematic world view of nature, and man also studies causes and genetic types of grouping of terrestrial phenomenon. The eminent human geographers, those who believe the principle of interrelationships, include Andre Choli, Huntington, Wellaks, Jean Brunes, Soa, Isaiah Bowen, etc. The principle of terrestrial unity theme can be described with the illustrations of interrelationships between different phenomena such as physical, biological, and cultural. The total gathering of flora and fauna interacting within the biosphere constitutes a biome. A group of plants includes plant communities and plant associations which grow in homogeneous environmental conditions. Likewise, animal communities also inhabit in particular territory together. A close relationship exists between the world distributional patterns of the plants and animals as well as the present global climatic types. Based on the above statement, the world has been divided into several types of biomes. Since the vegetation is the most dominant component of the biomes, the vegetation and climates are very intimately related, and hence the world is divided into different biome types on the basis of major world climates. The savanna climate type biome includes a combination of communities of plants and animals which are correlated and interdependent. They are different from the plant and animal communities of other biomes. This reflects their interdependence and interrelations. The savanna region in Africa consists of large variety of herbivores like giraffe, deer, zebra and buffalo, etc. While in the Australian savanna, the kangaroo is the specific animal. The primary occupation of man is agriculture, and it is mainly impacted by the natural factors like climate and soils as well as socio-economic factors. In fact, both physical and socio-economic factors influence the type of farming and mode of production. In India, agriculture portrays a way of life and festivals harmonize with seasons of harvesting. Location of an industry is controlled by geographical and socio-economic factors. The population distribution is absolutely determined by an involved relationship of geographic and socio-cultural factors. The dynamics of population leads to changes in land use, forms of settlements, economy and human migration, etc. Jean Brunes concluded the principle of terrestrial unity as human thus reach the highest thought, the thoughts of terrestrial whole, the concept of terrestrial unity. The different forces do not act upon each other only under fixed conditions, nor do they exert a reciprocal action only in few examples. The very opposite is true, for in more or less remote, in more or less discernible manner, all these forces are closely bound together because of the endless interrelations of the conditions they bring about.